The Ringsend and District Historical Society was set up in February of 2022, and its inaugural project was Bloomsday Ringsend on June the 16th of that year. As we all know, Bloomsday is associated with James Joyce and its world-famous book Ulysses. Joyce's connection to Ringsend is rather unique in that he chose Ringsend as the place for his first date with his wife-to-be, Nora Barnacle. Joyce and Nora then strolled to Ringsend Park, where they engaged in their very first romantic act. This engagement left such an emotional mark on Joyce's life that he made continuous reference to it in the many letters exchanged with his wife Nora throughout their lifetime thereafter. Even more remarkable is that Joyce chose that day, June the 16th, 1904, the day that he walked through Ringsend and its park, as the single day setting for which everything happens in Ulysses. Most people were unaware of James and his wife Nora's connection to Ringsend. What happened between them on that very first date in Ringsend Park may have been a cause célèbre in the past, but the Ringsend and District Historical Society are determined to mark this connection to Ringsend annually and to give the community of Ringsend and its surrounds a real cause for celebration. The highlight of the upcoming 2024 event will be the launching of a commemorative plate on the bench in Ringsend Park, envisaged to be the place that entwined the hearts of James Joyce and Nora Barnacle forevermore. The weekend festival will kick off on Saturday the 15th of June at 11 a.m. with a lecture in Ringsend Library by local historian in residence for Dublin City Council, Dr. Cormac Moore. This will be followed by an historical walking tour of Ringsend and the Docklands area at 12 p.m. from Ringsend Library, narrated by local historian Eddie Bawn, whilst at the same time an open-top bus tour for the elderly and disabled will follow the path of the local areas mentioned in Ulysses and narrated by another local historian, Trevor James. The third event of the day will be an outdoor ballad and folk session at Ringsend Library Square, capturing the old songs of Dublin, many of which James Joyce himself was known to give a rendering to. A scene of Ulysses will be acted out by professional actors during the musical interval.
A little frivol, shall we, if you're so inclined? Would you like me perhaps to embrace you just for a fraction of a second?
Oh, you rock, you ought to see yourself.
Sunday the 16th of June will commence with a horse and carriage procession setting out from Ringsend Church at 11 a.m. The procession, for which all are invited to dress in the finest Joycean attire, will go by the Waxy Stargle in Irishtown and in through Ringsend Park to the unveiling of a nameplate to James and Nora to mark the 120th anniversary of their first visit there. This will be followed by the reciting of the famous Marriage of the Trees by Éanna Ní Lamhna. Local ballad group, the Pullovers, will sing their own composition of You Made a Man of Me, dedicated to Joyce and Nora. The fifth event of the festival will be a Bloomsday brunch in Ringsend and Irishtown Community Centre at 12 p.m. with music and song by the Emily Conway Jazz Duo, and to include another Ulysses scene performed by professional actors, culminating in the prize giving for the best Joycean attire of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Ireland, home and beauty.
Dear dead days beyond recall, love's own sweet song.
The sixth and final event of the festival is the Writers' Event, consisting of the writings of the local community in short stories and poems, which will be read out at the event. Attractive book token prizes will be awarded by a special guest in the literature world to the top 3 entrants.
Mr. Bloom watched her as she limped away.
Thank you, gentlemen. It was a pleasure to perform for you here today, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon on Bloomsday.
So a reminder once again, folks, the Bloomsday Ringsend Festival 2024 will take place on the weekend of Saturday, June the 15th and Sunday, June the 16th. All events are free to the public, and we look forward to seeing you all for this community event. Spread the word among your friends and relations. With every best wish, the Bloomsday Ringsend 2024 Committee, part of the Ringsend and District Historical Society.